Alright folks, this is another episode of Bromance Wargaming. This is Jody and I. Jody is very sick and doesn't have a voice, so I'm going to be doing all the talking for us today. My name is Chris. Ogres versus High Elves. We rolled off in Land of the Border Princes, and he, due to a roll-off special rule, got 50 extra points of a magic item that he could repeat in his army, not on the same character. This is the bottom, this was just the top of turn one. We didn't do deployment. And what happened is he moved his spearman forward. He also moved... Phoenix Guard, excuse me. He moved his Phoenix Guard forward. He also moved both Great Eagles. They are Griffin models, but he's using them as Great Eagles. He moved both of them to their right flank, coming around that way. He spun his archers around with his level 4 wizard and his 2 level 1s on either end to face my 3 scouting man-eaters. And in his magic phase, he did cast a devastating purple sun that started right here. It ate up my Iron Blaster, which was deployed next to my Iron Guts, 1 or 2 Noblars and 2 Iron Guts. And then it hit the house that currently has my Lead Belchers and my Fire Belly in it. He shot off one of my Man-Eaters on the other side of the board there, and we're about to go into the bottom of turn 2 to see if I can't respond to this very devastating top of turn 1. Alright guys, we just did the quickest bottom of turn 1 ever. I did fail to mention that on the top of turn 1, Jody did miscast that purple sun, taking 2 wounds from those wizards and losing the rest of his casting dice. You do see the purple sun still sitting right there on top of that house. I did not dispel it. I did move my entire field forward. I marched the Man-Eaters with their banner of swiftness up to their rear, and the Fire Belly shot off a spell that didn't get casted. It was dispelled. And that was the bottom of 1. We are going now to the top of 2, High Elf turn. Okay, so that was the top of turn 2. The High Elves are making a very, very quick run to the finish line. The Phoenix Guard did charge right over my Noblars there into the Iron Guts. He did use his magic item to ruin my magic banner, so I no longer have a magic banner in the Iron Guts. He's cutting me off over there on the Man-Eaters with his Great Eagle. Over there, he moved his archers forward. Purple Sun came over here and took all 2 out of 3 of my Lead Belchers and my Fire Belly. They all failed their initiative saves. And the Sorcerer's Portal here is not helping me at all. They also have Wild Form on them. And so this is looking really grim for Ogres, but bottom of 2 hopefully will bring us around. Good news, game fans. That was the bottom of 2. This is what happened. If you look over there, the Man-Eaters charged the Eagle and destroyed it. Right over here where his Phoenix Guard ran into my Iron Guts, they beat me by 1, and I rolled to fail. And so I ran away, and he didn't catch me. But I lost my standard bearer, don't worry, he was ineffective anyway. I did get a wound off of the Eagle over here with my single Lead Belcher who chose to come out of the building. Now my fleeing unit of Hope is charging into the Sorcerer's Portal, and we're about to enter the top of turn 3, where he is about to stomp me to the ground.
Let's hope.
Guys, well, I'm sorry to conclude what was a very, very quick game. But he did charge my Iron Gut unit with his Phoenix Guard and caught them, destroying them completely, as well as my Noblars with his Great Eagle, destroying them completely. They fled, hoping that the Great Eagle would, by some miracle, fail the charge, which he couldn't. And of course, I went ahead and conceded before movement even concluded that way. And so we conceded. It is a clear massacre. He is pushing my banner back in Lands of the Border Prince back to the headquarters. And all I had on the table were my 2 Man-Eaters and my 1 Lead Belcher. I conceded that as a massacre to the High Elves today. And we are going to shake hands. Jody still cannot talk, but there are hands.
Indeed.
And we will see you guys hopefully on our next game, where we are hoping to...
Real quick, before we end, I'm going to try to talk a little. Excuse me. MVP for you, Chris. Do you have an MVP today?
I really don't. I think the only people who did anything constructive were the 2 Man-Eaters killing the Great Eagle. I think you got a lucky purple sun off that turned the game in your favor in the top of the game.
Yes.
Right.
And that really, that was obviously my MVP. I mean, I had my Eagles set up to flank the Iron Blaster, and my plan that I actually did was to wild form the Phoenix Guard and take after his mini Death Star, and pick off the Man-Eaters with my archers. And all of that went, but the thing that really saved me was Purple Sun taking out the Iron Blaster, taking out a few of his Iron Guts, and then honestly just destroying that unit. Because that took away pretty much his magic, and so my MVP is Purple Sun.
Sun.
It was a pleasure playing.
Next time, guys.
Yep, and we'll catch you later.